Okay, perfect. Thank you, Johnny. We need to also nominate a secretary. Kitty, will you be my secretary? Kitty, will be the mascot. Okay, I need some help with secretary. Lily, thank you very much. Lily has volunteered. Thank you very much for volunteering, Lily. We are very happy. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Excellent. So let's go down and take a look at the all hands today. We have a new innovation today. Gunny will be the moving cameraman, so that will help make the all hands a little bit more engaging and interactive. So it's good. Okay, Lily will be secretary. Everybody else will remain in your usual listen to meeting positions. Let's take a look. Today is May 13th, 2019. As per Diva's request. So now we are like Netflix. So the theme of the next month will be queued up in the present month. So that's why I've decided to actually reveal the theme of June. And this is important because June is typically a peak season month and activity changes in June. I'd like to describe what typically happens. The May theme is, what is the May theme? And how are we prepared for peak season in squad 1? Maha? Yes, we did the daily sync up. What else do we do? Ivan, what are we doing every day in squad 1?
Observation.
Yes, we're doing observations and we're fixing leaks. We're fixing leaks. We're looking for areas where there's weakness and we're repairing them. All right, the revenue target is 300. The stretch target is 375. The June theme will be to book and delight. We're going to achieve new peak revenues and delight our guests. So during June, all that really we focus on is converting reservations to bookings and making sure that we take care of our guests. I have not detected the new revenue target and I have not set a new stretch target. We'll have that up. Let me tell you what happens during peak season. For Bali and Pamita, peak season is June, July, August, and December for the time being. Bonuses shift from A to B. During normal seasons, during normal months, you get a performance bonus A. That's where you record the individual bonus. During peak season months, everything shifts to B. And the reason we do that is we want everybody focused on the company goal of achieving our revenue targets. Why is that? All throughout the year, market building brings in new properties. All throughout the year, finance, hospitality, they work on projects to get us to peak season. So during peak season, we need to deliver. So all the goals then go to achieving the company goals. Okay? That I want to make very clear. On hiring, right now we're doing hiring as quickly as we can and as thoroughly as we can too. We don't want to bring on people who will be liabilities during peak season. So we're hiring, we're training, and we're making sure that new people on the teams are qualified and able to cope with peak season. We got hosts, air support, content, and market building. During the peak season, we need everybody to focus on bookings and also on delighting guests. So a lot of the focus will move from whatever projects you're working on now, whatever processes you're working on now, to getting us to those goals. Is that clear? Okay, great. On Jogja, Jogja has a different peak season schedule than Bali. Peak season is June during Lebanon. Again, it's the same shift. It's shifting from individual to company. The same goal, focusing on getting bookings and delighting guests. Host, air support, content, and market building will focus on those goals. Okay, so that gives us a little preview of what's happening in June, as requested by Diva and as executed by June. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at some of our observations. This is a new board and a new practice. Whoops, what the hell happened? Oh, right, here it is. Does anybody know what this is? Let's go with somebody in squad 1. Natalie, what is this?
This is a journal where we document, where hosts comes in to document their daily activities in a framework where we observe and make improvements on an ongoing basis.
How do you feel about this?
I feel it's great. We've seen some great results, and also at the same time, it becomes very transparent throughout the whole entire squad. The squad is able to come in to help, even sometimes from a market building end. So yeah, I think it's seen some success.
Okay, I would agree with Emily. I think that this is fantastic. I think the end result for this now is that we're working more like a company and less like people who are just in the same room doing some co-working. So what do I mean by that? Let me show you some issues that we're particularly proud of solving this week and some of the new issues that are coming up. So let's take a look at fixing things. Where's a good one? Where's a good one? Okay, this one's mine. But I'll mention other people too as well. Kathy at Village Inda, she pinged me. She said, I'm looking at the calendar in June and August and they're totally empty. Would you please have a look? So then I took action. I said, all right, I'm going to take a look at your booking pace and occupancy, and I confirmed, yes, booking pace for Charita Inda is low, occupancy is low, and the revenue is at risk. So I looked at Kathy. She gave me this thing. And I agreed to take action. So what action did I take? I went to Chris. Who's online right now in Jogja, and I said, Chris, please change the prices to get our booking pace over 2 bookings a week, and please change the prices for the dates closer to expiring here now in May. So he did it, and he trailed it, and we got a booking on that very day. So we turned a problem that usually takes a week to solve. It was solved in an hour. I'm so happy. I was so proud. That was amazing. All right, let's take another one. There's another few good examples here. There was, okay. Oh, this one. We went, and Maha was out in the field. He was looking around. He said, hey, look, I met a new owner in Bungalow who has Mujimba, big and green and big. Her name is Rhonda. She's from Australia. She has a super nice bungalow. She wants us to come and talk about how it's working. He reported it. Then we escalated to Nunli. We said, Nunli, please have a look. This is pretty interesting. Maha said, thanks for bringing this lead. Oh, and then Nunli said, thank you for bringing this lead. And now, this is one of our newest partners in Bingen.
Yeah, she's going to sign an MOU.
Fantastic. Okay, here's another one. Dominic checked in Alexi. Now, Alexi's check-in went in successfully, but there was an issue with the calendar at Puri Sabina. Puri Sabina might have overbooked us because they didn't have that guest on their calendar. They had another guest there. Thankfully, they had more rooms available, but that might not be the case in July. It might not be the case in August. So, I said to Dominic, all right, there is a risk of overbooking. Delegate that to me. So then I went over to Tommy and Risa, and I reconfirmed that we do have on allocation 2 standard rooms and 2 deluxe rooms, and they wrote back and said that that is still the case. So we confirmed that. So now that won't be leaky during peak season. Let's take another look at this. There's some other victories right now. Which one is this one? Oh, okay. Holly. Holly was brought in by Alvin. Alvin asked us to take a look at this because the guests are leaving Villa Tortoise because of smells and mold. Let me try to bring that up on the big screen. So the guests mentioned that they checked in, it was moldy, and they wanted to check out. So he brought it up, and then what we did was we need to inform the Tortoise operation groups, but we did that and it didn't seem to fix it. So then he escalated to Rafik and me. I took a look at it. I went to Elliot, who's the owner of Tortoise. I said, Elliot, this can't keep on happening. What can we do to fix the situation? Elliot said, please give me a list of everything that's wrong. I will give it to Made. So I asked Hutu to create the list. He created the list. I sent it back to Elliot, and then Made got the budget from Elliot to finally fix the situation. We will follow up with Made to see if this got fixed. Normally, this kind of problem never got fixed before, but now it's getting fixed within a matter of 3 or 4 days, less than a week. So I think that's another victory. Antoine came to me. Antoine said, I'm going to remove Villa Kura from your management if you don't do anything to get me higher value bookings. And so I said, Antoine, what can I do for you? He said, I want everyone to know that I have super fast internet here. So I said, okay, great. I delegated it to Maha since he takes care of Bingen. I said, Maha, can you help me? I need to know what the internet speed is in Bingen. Maha got back and sent me this screenshot of the internet speed. Then I worked with the content team to create some new procedures and content. Hopefully it'll make it easier for everybody with Diva, with Bayou, to help us get this content now rolled out to the Kura listing so that we can preserve our partnership with Antoine. So this was good too as well. All right, another case. Let's see, there's so many good cases. All right, Erica. Erica is by Dominic. She got a house tour. She also went and rent a bike. Gave an explanation about the jacuzzi. Talked to the on-site staff. Alvin helped. Oh, this one was okay, right? There was no leak here. This one went really well. All right, here's another leak. Mark, Villa Bening. Mark wrote to me and said, Genghis. He calls me Genghis because I'm like Genghis Khan. So Genghis Khan. So he said, Genghis, I still don't know what is the result of your check on that booking calendar. What is happening? There's no answer from the team regarding the complaint. They said yes, customers greeted, but no answer if the house was checked. So I wrote back to Mark. So this is the end result. Let me go over here. So I asked, thank you guys. You guys wrote a lot. So I delegated to Chris. I said, Chris, what's going on? Why do you think this happened to Mark? Chris said to me, Mark must have deleted his own booking. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, because I know that we cannot delete owner-side bookings. So I go, great. Is there any record that the owner deleted his bookings and we could show them on our side? So Chris contacted Toki. Toki got back to us and said, no, there is no record if a person deletes their booking. So I said, okay. And I asked Kutumala, what's the deal with these guests? And he wrote back. And then I went to Mark and I said to him, I stepped on his toes. I said, excuse me, sir, I think you have accidentally deleted your booking. And an owner booking cannot be removed by anybody except the owner, but once a booking is removed, then that resets the Airbnb calendars, and that's why the rooms were resold and overbooked. And I can investigate more on our side, but we're currently unable to see the booking track record on your side. Great. So now Mark knows. He didn't get back to me. I think I might call him just to ease the pain a little bit. But I think he knows that he made a mistake. So this is stepping on toes, right? Don't be afraid to tell an owner when they made a mistake, because otherwise they keep on making mistakes. I think it's your fault. This morning, Rizal and the team in Smart 4 caught me. I was asking, why is Rizal on air support? And I realized I passed the motion, putting him on air support. So it is okay to step on toes, to me, to owners, anybody who does not have the best ideas, okay? So that is, I think, a very good success case. There are more success cases happening every day. Villa Bahagia. Villa Bahagia used to be a case where I was shivering in fear because every time something went wrong, I was sure that we wouldn't be able to take care of it. Ivan went down, talked to the guest. The guest broke a faucet. The guest made the towel stains dirty. So Ivan has elevated it to Alvin. Alvin will follow up with Airbnb, hopefully to claim and get some credit back so that the owner sees that we're doing a good job protecting her villa. Great. So this, I think, is a great success. I'd like to roll this out to more squads so that we can work tighter as a company to solve our problems. There's no problem that we cannot solve if we work together. But we got to pull together all in the same direction for this to happen. Can I say this is great?
Yes.
All right, fantastic, great. So let's go to the next subject, which is the squad flow and SLAs. I understand there's no new SLAs that need to get approved. So let's take a look at this. We have a lot of motions and a lot of approving to do. Well, let's take a look at this. So on the squad flow and SLAs. Oh my God. So, this, I'm not sure what this is. Okay, this is a leadership thing. Oh my God. Content. Let's go with content first. Oh wait, we got market builders too. I don't even know where to start. This is overwhelming. Suggestion to put in more detailed SLAs on this, and then there is a new market building SLA. Okay. During content crunch periods, okay. I'm going to skip content because I don't know what's going on. Does anybody want to make any revisions on their SLAs that they would like to bring forward? I need motions, please. Anybody? Okay. All right. Let's go to here then. I see on content, there needs to be a mandated tag who's working on which request. Think about how to transfer duty. This is done by tagging the person on the card. This is resolved. Yes? Okay, so I will remove this. Let's take a look at content observation template. Bayu, can you speak more on what this means?
Oh, that's the workflow, right? So every photographer has to create a content observation so that the other team can also make delivery without seeing the actual property.
Oh, okay. So got it. So essentially the content person will also be a journalist and create a. Okay, got it. I have a question. Should this kind of SLA be done internally or with the entire? Okay, so this is internal. So you don't need to.
This is in the workflow. This is not on the.
Okay, got it. All right, let's take a look at reservations. Why is air support not mentioned in the SLAs? Good question. I'm not sure how main duty agreement between air support and host between inquiries should both have same duty. Okay, that could be a good discussion topic. I think if air support wants to be part of the process, then they need to create their SLAs. So, Alvin, perhaps a good time to think about creating SLAs for air support. All right, let's take a look at, finance. Yes. All right, finance, would you like to discuss what's going on here?
Yeah, so I will introduce to open the
Yes, sir.
SLA draft.
SLA draft.
So basically, we make it in compact. Like this, the main idea was what's the basic SLA that we that have to be done within the finance. So the first one is for the new onboarded partners. So the finance support have to make a payment group and set the right expectation for the partners because we already discussed with the market builders as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
So we divided the responsibility like how to explain to the partners. So they will give like a brief idea how the payment will work at Bukit Vista, and we'll take it off the rest. I mean the technically. And after that, every property require attribute document, which is accounting journal, monthly report template, and also updated monthly report link in every CRM because the main idea of why CRM is access so everybody can access it, right? So it can be one single source of information. And the C point is register partner bank account. So this is the new best practice that applied for finance. Because a lot of abandoned properties is still in non-auto pay, so we make a new rule that once a property onboarded, then on the first week since the listing launch, we have to register the partner's bank account because the verification can take 1 up to 2 months. And then after that, make sure everything role percentage are correct. So I do understand that we discover a lot of cases where the percentage is wrong with what it's written on the CRM. So that's why maybe we can be the checker for the content team to make sure that everything is in correct percentage and also information. And then for the partner relation side, so answer inquiry in WhatsApp within 10 minutes in working hours, and solve finance friction in the same day. So it prevent the abandoned case or abandoned friction from partners. And the third is about reports about bookkeeping. It's about the record distribution and also the accuracy. It should be 100% accurate, and also 100% accurate means that overbooking guests or other adjustments should be well informed to partners before they noticing it. So we have to inform them. And then do settlement with the partners monthly because what we used to do, there are a lot of abandoned account receivable and also account payable. So and also when we get back to the partners and it's been a while, then they a bit keberatan to discuss about the outstanding amount. So that's why we set the rules. We set a new standard for finance support to make the settlement every month. Even though the partner is not really that active, then we have to be proactive to partners. Keep on track with company receivables. It can be mean for the account receivable and also account payables because a lot of random reduction and a lot of special cases. So we have to make sure that our cash flow, company cash flow is in health. Record every single transaction, issue or special cases on journal, sheet, or Trello. So we have Trello, we have Google Sheet, and we have Journal. So basically we have one main Trello that everybody can access it. So everything is stored there. That's also help us if we onboard a new team because it can reduce the time in explaining what's going on within finance at Bukit Vista.
Okay, fantastic.
So that's the motion that we bring.
Okay, very good. So the motion now is on the table, right? And we will vote to it. This is mostly internal to finance, but is there any discussion about how this motion affects any other chapter or any other person here? Okay, great. If there's no discussion about it, does anybody second? Okay, so the motion is this. The new SLAs will replace the existing finance SLAs. We'll replace, yes?
Yeah.
We'll replace, what? Okay.
It's not discussed yet. So basically, Jing wrote on the two point right last week, and then I proposed this thing, and then me and Rizky just discussed to make it more organized and more compact. So that's why before that one, then instead of offloading that one, then we just want to propose the new.
Okay, so do you then motion to, well, I'll let you propose. Okay. Please, Gigi, propose what you want.
Okay, so we propose to change our previous SLA to the new SLA.
Okay, fantastic. I
Yeah.
would like to begin a discussion. What about staff reimbursement? Is that going to be on the new SLAs?
Right.
Okay, I propose then to go back and make sure that the thing is proper, and then reintroduce this at the next all hands. Okay, so that we're ready to then vote on it. Okay, but everyone has a consciousness already. Please take some time to think about if the new SLAs affect your work, and then we can discuss more and put to a vote at the next all hands. Do I have a second? Okay, so once it's been seconded, this is essentially called tabling, and tabling means we postpone the decision to do this to the next next category, and then we can get all the buy-in. Okay, great, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure.
All right, let's take a look at. Oh my God. Okay, all right, a lot of stuff. All right, there's on market building. Revision of chapter KPIs for market building. I should just add total monthly revenue generated by new partners within 3 months. Agree with Bayou. Number of bookings in first week and total revenue generated by new partners in the first 3 months. Yes.
So instead of having to add on, let's just replace number of bookings in the first week to total revenue for 3 months. Because I think revenue will cover bookings every year. So if we're agreeable, then yes, let's add that into the KPI.
Okay, all right, so the new market builder KPI will be, as Melanie proposed, to motion, replacing the number of converted leads, number of bookings generated in the first week, to the total generated revenue by new partners in the first 3 months. Do I have a second on that? Okay, Eggy has seconded the motion. This is mostly related to market building, so I don't know if we need to all vote on it, but I don't know if it relates to anybody downstream content or anything else. Okay, let's just vote on it to have a collective consciousness. If we vote too often, then we'll probably stop voting. So, the motion has been moved and seconded. Market builders will now, their new KPIs will be total revenue generated by new partners in the first 3 months. All in favor of this new motion, please raise your hand. Okay. All against, please raise your hand. Okay, the motion carries. Please, Mr. Secretary, pass this motion and replace the number of bookings generated in the first week with the total revenue generated by new partners in the first 3 months. Thank you, everybody, for voting. Let's go to the next subject. Diva and Bayou asked about any need to revise or add to chapter KPIs. I would suggest suggest maintain instant book rate above 90%. Is there any discussion? Bayou.
Yeah, we discussed it internally, so we are putting it internally because this is a KPI.
Okay.
We are doing there's an ongoing voting
Okay.
on WhatsApp, so we need to.
Okay, once it's been voted, then carry it up, and then we'll inform everybody. Yeah, I think that's probably a better way. Okay, fantastic. Okay, for all the other chapter KPIs, I suggest we take a similar approach. Once you've reached and adopted your own KPI, make that adjustment and just come up here to present what your new KPI is to the entire company. I think then that makes a lot of sense, right? Everyone else then knows what your metrics of success look like. Okay, so this is great. We're getting this process started. Of course, it's a little bit confusing, I'm sure, for some people because we're just getting this started. But we'll get better at it over time. Okay, so let's move on to the next stuff. Planning squad and personal squad OKRs, all hands meetings. Yes, let's take a look at the squad composition. Squad 1, Jimbaran, Bingin, Balaram, Handawa, Pachatu, Nusadua, and Unasan. Market building is by Nung Lee. Diva is primary on content, Bayou's backing up. Air support is done by Alvin. Air support secondary is by Chris. Chris, I understand that you will be delegating your air support duties to Alvin, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Secretary, please let's remove Chris's name from air support so there's no confusion. Chris will be working on reservations and on revenue management. Oh, yes, okay. I have a new motion. I motion to make reservation its own chapter from this point forward. So reservations will be its own chapter and essentially be separate from air support. So air support will essentially do guest side interactions, and reservations will do pre-guest arrival. This is a new order of business, and I do not want to make any motions or anything on it yet, but this is just a proposal, and we will talk about it at the next sync-up, right, at the next all hands. Oh, Mr. Secretary, if you can make a note of that up at the top, that'd be great. Okay, senior host is Rafik. Ivan is now hired. Ivan is on a 4-month temporary contract. At the end of 4 months, we'll decide if he joins us full-time. Thank you very much, Ivan. Kuchumaha is the next host. Gigi is doing finance, Rafik's doing community. Revenue management is by Chris and Nun Lee. Jing is advising. Human resources is Jing. Bayu is working with a new team, actually. So there's some update Bayu. We don't have Jay, we don't have Ankit. Or we kind of have Jay and Ankit, but at a minimal level. And Vincent has disappeared. So I've reached out to him on LinkedIn to see if I can find him again. But Vincent is away without leave right now. Jamal, we will have more discussion about whether or not to hire Jamal. He was a candidate for full stack developer. Diva's working on online marketing. All right, on SWAT 2. SWAT 2 is covering Padang, Uluwatu, Changu, and Ubud. Eggy is on the market building. Nenli is backing him up. Diva's on content. Chandra Dewi is on air support. Tendi is squad lead. D1 Gabby and Chandra Dewi are hosts. Gigi is doing finance. Communities, Rafik. And revenue management is handled by Bayu and Changu. Uluwatu by Tendi. Padang by D1. Ubud, Bayu passing to Tendi. Jing is doing the human resources, assisted by Ara, who's transitioning into HR. And the rest remain the same. Squad 3, Jogja. Patnuki is the market builder. Falana, I understand, did not pass his trials, so we'll remove Falana's name. Gani is transitioning out of Squad 3. Bonaventura for content. Bonaventura is transitioning in. Ara is transitioning with Shintia on Squad 3 duties. We will actually get back to that tomorrow. We have a discussion about that on Squad 4. Dominic and Val are hosts. Val will be joining on Wednesday. Risky is doing finance, community, and revenue management as Patnuki, and the rest remain the same. Gani is working on online marketing for Squad 3. I'm not sure about that, but okay. more discussion on that later. Squad 4, we got market building with Wayana. Content is Gani, transitioning in. Air support is Ara Shintia, and Rizal is removed. Rizal will not be working on air support. He will be working on reservations and content. So Rizal's name will be deleted from the air support side to avoid any further confusion. Risky is working on the finance, community. Where's Cynthia? Oh, Cynthia's right there. Okay, all right. Risky is working on finance, community is Wayana, Bayou's revenue management, and the rest remain the same. Let's take a look at profile coverage. Profile coverage this month. Jing and Wayana covered by Maha and Chris. Wayana covered by Alvin and Maha, advised by Tendi. Jing covered by Gabby and Chandra, advised by Rafik. Chris and Wayana covered by Bona and Alvin, advised by Chris. Bayu and Wayana covered by D1 and Chandra, advised by Tendi. Bastard and Wayana covered by Chandra and Gabby, advised by Rafik. Danny and Jing covered by D1 and Tendi. Tendi and Bukit Vista covered by Chandra and Tendi. Adventure covered by Maha and Chris, advised by Wayana. Emil and Bukit Vista covered by Shintia and Rizal, advised by Ara and Wayana. Emil and Wayana covered by Shintia and Rizal, advised by Ara and Wayana. Ara and Bukit Vista covered by Dominic, Ara and Shintia. Gabrielle and Ara covered by Dominic, Ara and Bona, advised by Gabby and Ara. Nuki and Ara covered by Dominic, Shintia and Ara. Booking.com, Agoda, and Expedia covered by Rafik. Okay, fantastic. Now Tendi, I'm going to bring up Tendi to bring us through on the weekly KPIs. I will stand right next to him just to fill him in. This is part of my leadership, Make a Leader program, so I want to make more people comfortable leading the team. So Tendi will stand over here, and I will look through, and you can announce the stuff.
Thank you, Mr. D, for the time.
Thank you, Temple. The floor is yours now.
Yeah. So the first things I want to explain about the monthly revenue. So now we are in the 212.706 US dollar, and then we still need like around 100 to reach the goal. I think this is good because we still have like more than half month. So we will reach the goal. And then for the second is the so this is how its squad contribute to the company revenue. So squad 1 is already in the 101 US dollar, and then squad 2 is 79,000 US dollar, and then squad 3 is 23,000 US dollar, and squad 3 is 8,674 dollar, and then squad 4 is 23,000 dollar. So I think we still need like push the booking, and then push like some property that's still not have booking yet. So maybe the revenue team can work with the host and reservation team. And then so this is the booking page for BD company. So yesterday we got 66 booking, and today we already in the 624. And this is still low. I think we still can push the booking for today, so we can still do more like pre-approve and then accept the booking for the green property.
And for a second, Mr. Chairperson. So we've been under the average now for almost a week, and this is a little bit disturbing. I understand some part of it was due to some data issues that we have in Tableau, but overall it looks like the booking pace is actually very dangerously below average. So this is not a good sign because we're coming into June, July, and August, and this is when we expect booking pace to really be ramping up. So if you're working on revenue management, it's a good time this week to focus and start discovering revenue leaks. Nunley is starting a program on revenue leaks, and Nunley would like to build a bit more of maybe a committee around that. That could be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, so for the weekly sales, I think also it's a bit low because we got like a loss than last week. So this week is $22,000, and last week is $28,000. So I think we still like need more sell the room and then work with the revenue and the reservation thing. I think we also need to discuss how to take out more booking, and then about the set up the new revenue in the properties. And this is the booking hit map. So I think there's some hit in the squad 1 and squad 2. This is for May. I think there's in the weekend there's many booking on the squad 1 and squad 2. I think in squad 2 I can explain there's some event in the Bukit House on 10 until 12 May. There's a Geiger Bar, and then on the 19th May there's a Paul in the Paul DJ in the Bukit House. I think that's because there's some event on the Bukit area. So this is inactive properties. This squad 1, there's still some properties that's not working well. I think in the squad 2 we have revisit the all owner, and then there's some properties that not working. So we will make it clear, and also there's regards the leak. So we have to make sure that the property is still working with us or no. So if not, I think we can just remove it into the non-partner. So that's we'll decrease the partner active. Okay, and then for the squad 2, there is also some of the properties. So we will revisit also this partner, and then make sure there's the partner will working with us or not. So we will remove some of this. So this will be like a non-inactive properties here. And then for squad 3, I think there's still more properties that have to take care of it, and then it's Manila, Gria Anggrek, I think we have to make sure that the property is still can working or not. So we will like make it clear of our partnership.
You should try to chairperson. Could I comment on that? Okay. We have got observation and improvement board right now. I think these properties that are not doing so well can be an observation. So if you're in squad 2 and you would like to fix a property that you think is inactive, or if you're in squad 1, you'd like to fix a property that's inactive, please just put it on the observation and improvement board and then tag either community manager or me or Rafik or our attendee on it so that we can then go back and have a process for rebuilding these relationships. Okay, back to you.
Thank you. For squad 4, there is still some properties. It's like a Catar, Lotus, Kawiasi, Tuding, Rampin, Songchang, and Batan Sambu. I think when the property is launched, there's many booking. In the first, like Tindu Kuning, also some when we launch it. I think we need maybe check on the reviews or anything. If there's some review or something, so we can fix it soon. Okay, the gas origin. Yeah, I think there's still like last week. There's still much gas from the Europe, from the Western Europe. So this is still more in the Europe area, and then some also came from America. And it's like from the United States, it's still some, and then a lot of from the Australia as well, and then Indonesia from Java. I think that's many guests from Denpasar and Bali also as well. And this is from I think this is Malaysia or Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, yeah. So this is from Kuala Lumpur as well, and this is also some from Asia. There's from Philippines. Yeah, so we have many guests from Philippines as well. Okay, and this is the profile revenue. So for the profile revenue on the KK account, we got 11,000 on this month, and then
Please allow me. I will assist on the technical aspect. And if you'll allow me to as well, I will zoom up. You can see that a little bit better. Alright, here you go.
so in Agoda we got $2,000, and then for the ARA we still got low 995, and then Bastian and Wayana 14,000, and then Bayu and Wayana 18,000, Booking.com 11,000. No book DP direct yet. For this month, Dini Engine 4,000 $. Elements is not working. And Bukit Vista is to $20,000. ML and Wayana, is it a little bit not working yet?
It's just very limited.
Oh, okay. And then Gabriel and Ara is $1,600. Jing is doing good, $32,700. And Jin and Wayana $41,000. And then Chris and Wayana $9,000. Nungki and Ara is $5,700. Tendi and Bukit Vista $3,600. Traveloka $79. Wayana is already $35. And then yeah, I think that's all. So in the area revenue for Balangan area is already $17,900. That's already more than last month. So that's the progress. And then Dingin is still low, $63,600.
Oh,
43, yeah. And then Canggu is $32,000. Chamagi is not working. And Jimbaran, $12,000. It's good. And Nusa Dua already passed last month, $16,000. And then Nusa Penida already $33,000. Padang area already $13,000. Seminyak is still $1.6. And then for the Ubud is still $3,500. And then Uluwatu already $27,000. And then Unggasan, that's $11,000. And Yogyakarta is $8,600. Okay, and then for the new listing this week, we'll see what's the news here.
Mr. Secretary, Mr. Chairman, if I may. Okay, I'm bringing over again.
So, anyone know what this property? I know. Who's bringing this property?
Hello.
Can you explain a little bit about this property?
Okay, I'll try to explain. So this will be coming from it's basically a homestay. New homestay is a 4-bedroom homestay. It's in Randanan/Canggu. It's pretty close to the rice paddy as well. It's very budget travelers market, I would say.
Okay, thank you again. And this is already new listing?
Barbara has already been listed before. So.
There's a new bungalow also.
Oh, there's new bungalow.
Okay. So Babar before they have only 4 rooms, but they build basically they expand 4 more bungalows. This one is located in the same complex as existing complex 4 rooms before, and also have already the listing and the talking for you guys. If you have any question, please ping me or just check on the PRMs.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. And
You're welcome.
Green Valley. So,
No, just
where is this property? Green Valley.
Green Valley?
Is Penida?
Yes. Green Valley is like 5-bedroom bungalows, actually located above the hill of Manta Cottage. So they have ocean view actually from this hill. But I can say it's a bit isolated from like basically to restaurant or the thing to do. But the view are like really quiet. This is a good place. But in the future they're gonna be build a pool. That will be a plus. But at the moment there is no pool. And we sell it for like what, 299,000 per bungalow per day. But they've been listed for like a week, no action. But I think I will ask the I will tell the owner that I'm going to put the price down to get pool.
Is there looking at?
Not yet. So that's why.
Which part of Penida?
In the east, behind Mata Cottage. Mata Cottage behind and just go up to the hill. It's like 10-minute drive up.
Okay. So this is Meta listing, this is new listing. But and this is Papasun Villa. This is in Penida. Right?
Yes. Papa, I don't see the picture. I don't need to see, but the rest need to see.
we've seen this already last week. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen this already actually. Yeah.
Okay, this is polling. Have you seen this? Does it?
Yeah, only yes.
And then Sambu. And then there's Kampung Zuba and another house. Anyone know another
Another house.
Mainly, can you explain?
Another house, okay, so another house is another Green Village property. So this one is sorry, I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 bedroom, I believe it's a 3-bedroom property. Yeah, so this, we're working directly with the operations manager for whoever. And we've already connected Teddy together with whoever as well. So we should have quite a fair bit of support on site for this property. And we are hoping to try to get this property on dynamic pricing as soon as possible. Yeah, so we can try to raise the revenue for this property.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Any other unique selling points?
Yes. So with regards to this property, it really overlooks the river, and it's right at the end of the hill or the slope. So you really do get quite a good view and a good vista. Yeah, I would say that is essentially the key selling point of this property.
Okay, great. So we got another Green Village.
Yes, we have another village.
Yes!
Yes. And the last one is Bagas and Bayu Guest House.
Bayu.
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 Open a guest house.
Yeah, so this is basically a guest house / homestay. It's basically 6-bedroom villa, but we only have 3-bedroom location. This is the third room. There's the rest of them 2 are kind of twins, side by side. It's in Ubud. Basically, this when we found through our expedition to Ubud, so that's a couple months ago. So it's a long kind of process to actually, well, it's a done deal, but basically at the time there was some building it. It's pretty close to jungle. It's very jungle view kind of type of property. So that's one best selling point. Other than that, then it's quite cheap. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll see the chapter KPI.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
For the market reading, Aggie still bring us many properties and got more revenue.
19,000.
And then is Wayana with 12,000, and then Emil, and then Nurul, and then Panuki. So I think the market bidding can bring more properties to us.
Yes, we will.
Okay, for the reservation, I think this is the important thing to get more revenue. So for the inquiry conversion rate, there's still not much inquiry to convert. I think that's because of some issue. It's like maybe the reservation is already approved, but the guest not coming back, so the inquiry is still there, and then maybe there's the property not available, so we give another alternative, and the inquiry is still there. Okay, but we hopefully that's all the listing is in Sunbook, so all the conversion rate which will be 100%. And this is the conversion rate of the request. This is still some request not converted in the squad 1, and then also in the squad 2 it's like 83%. I think we also working on that for remove all the requests or request properties for booking, so they're all really gonna be in Sunbook. So no request yet. No request in the future. Okay, and then the cost. Yeah, so the squad 1, that's good. All the 100% is positive reviews. And then the squad 2, there's still some with the negative review. We will working on that to check, and then we'll forward to the owner about the issue. And then squad 3, that's it's good as well. So it's like around the 80% is positive review, and then 100% positive review as well. And then squad 4, that's doing good as well. That's only like 8% about the reviews, but I think squad 4 can fix the future of the review. the content teams, there's some new listing that the content team has working on that. And then this is the listing performance. So for the Jogo Organic, one listing that's already 1,000, so that will be good. And then I think we will also launch another properties for the new listing because we still have only 3 listings. And for the Bakung Joshi, that's also already good, have 500. Okay, and then for the community, this is the
That's not been updated.
yeah, not updated yet. Okay, I think we will get to Jim.
Okay, thank you very much, Shani. How did this guy do? Alright, learn well because one day you will come up here and do that too as well. So if you're playing on your phone, then be ready to feel the pain. Okay, so let's take a look at some of this. I want to ask a question, and if you're in content, you can tell me. If we see this, can we assume you're not getting enough content requests? If we see that essentially the content activity is petering down, that essentially there's only 2 a day or 0 a day, does that mean content's not busy enough?
What?
Yes, Bayu.
Okay, so yes, that should be the case. So like if you see something like that, it means that content is not doing their job correctly. Yeah, but for this one, because the data is not correct yet, so that's because of the data is not correct.
Okay.
Because it's not recorded.
Okay.
We have been fixed this a few days ago, and the data should be populated within a week.
Okay, great. So then we'll see actually how busy the content team has been. Okay, great. I think this is good. This is a good way of knowing. Don't overload content when content shows. It's like an engine, right? It shows like the red line when you're moving it too fast. Maybe if it gets past a certain point, start making the squares red. Okay, anyway, so let's go back up to the all hands document. My OKRs. My OKRs this month are pretty simple. My objective is to help squads identify and fix problems quickly. One of my key things I want to get done. I want to prepare candidates for onboarding via excellent training and onboarding programs, and I want to help Squad 1 develop a new leadership structure. I will try to get a 4.8 on my leadership and mentor scores for the month of May. So if I get to 4.8, then that means I hit my thing. I'm also developing viable processes that help develop the squad coherence. For my first objective, I'm creating this process of observations and improvement. We took a look at it at the beginning of the meeting. We're also creating training guides, and I'm involving multiple actors on it. So Rizal and Shinti are my 2 new trainees. I'm working with Chris to create a feedback system that creates really good training material based on what they need, and also trains them on areas that they need development on. So that's an ongoing project, and hopefully my key result at the end will be a 1-month training guide for new Bukit Vista candidates so that they will be excellent in reservations and excellent in hosting. All right, we're still looking for about 15 new people to join the company. I think we're almost there, guys. I think we're almost there. We got Bona full-time, we got Rizal full-time, Biondi did not pass, Yvonne's here now, we got Dwee and Val coming, we got Wendy coming, Shinti is full-time, Falana didn't make it. I've got about 6 more people in the pipeline that are coming in. So I think we'll have enough people for our peak season rounds. If you want to help out, please recommend anybody to come work here. We can always use some more good people too as well. All right, that's pretty much it for my OKRs. R's. Okay. On hospitality disruption, I finished that project where we gave that talk. Unfortunately, it was very poorly attended. So if you did not go, then please watch the video because that shares the vision of where we want to go as a company. I will host a career path at Bukit Vista workshop this week where it's actually on your orientation paper already. Did anybody read that? Did anybody in their orientations read about the, okay, all right, Eggy did. I know Eggy likes to think about his career. Did anybody else read that? So if you write in your employee feedback, there's no career path, I will write, read the fucking orientation paper. Right? Because we thought quite extensively about it. I will bring it up as a workshop so that more people see it. If you don't come to the workshop and you don't read it, then please do not complain that you have no career path here. because I'll be very, very disappointed in you. I've created so much. Okay, translation project is ongoing. New candidates coming in. Instead of making WhatsApp groups now, we'll do Chinese translation. Agile project management. I don't know why it's taking so long, but I'll get that done this week. How to plan an OKR. Bayou's already finished that. Thank you very much. Mrs. Secretary, please scratch that off. And please scratch off my hospitality disruption one as well. And workshop, market analysis, and revenue management. Is that ongoing or will that begin?
Maybe this week.
Okay, this week. All right, Bayou plans to do it this week. For our guilds, I'm very happy to say that I think all the guilds are working out really, really well. So, digital marketing meets on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. We started with one person, then we had a second person. Now we have on average 4 people attending. So digital marketing meets Thursdays 4 o'clock. If you can't meet it, we record the videos and you can watch it. Human resources started with 1, then 2, now we're up to 3 people. That meets on Saturday at 11. So if you want to be thinking about how to get your own promotion or thinking about how to promote other people or other stuff, that's a good one to attend to. So we meet Saturday at 11 o'clock, and that is also recorded. Culinary workshops. I'd like to give a culinary workshop on making, last time we did Thai food, this time we'll do Italian food, and we'll bring the camera with us when we go to the kitchen, so the workshop does not stand. And Deepa knows what I'm talking about. The workshop last time ended right before we cooked, and it was really disappointing because I'm sure people came to me, they were like, I was hoping your workshop would show me how to cook. But now we have a mobile camera, so that's aiming to fix that. All right, OKRs I think a lot more clear now in Squad 1, yes?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic, great. Squad 2, marching along. Squad 3, led by Patnuki, and Squad 4 by Wayana. We're also developing new OKR and democratic decision-making culture. Everyone's OKRs are up there. These are the same as last week, employee satisfaction survey, so I will not bother to repeat them. If you forgot to vote for April, please send in your comments now. If not, then your voice will be silent and we won't know what you want or what you don't want. Bayou, how's this working, this Slack daily trivia?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, great. All right, Bayou says this
I
one.
mean, what is the question?
Okay, so I'll just, by the way, everyone, Bayou has a Slack daily trivia. Please join the Slack channel if you want to know what Deepa's working on and how they're answering questions on stuff. If you want to study and win the trivia prize, Rafik, are you holding a quiz this month? Quiz night! Yeah, look at all these happy people. We'll make it like $1 million prize. All right. Rafik, are you hosting a quiz? Yes. Rafik,
yes, next Monday.
Next Monday, Rafik will host a quiz. And if you want to get a head start, then you study this Slack channel because that's where the questions will be coming from. Yes, Rafik? Okay, fantastic. Very good. What's the prize, Rafik?
Everybody,
hey, we'll do like an army side. Everybody puts in 100,000, and the bigger we get, the bigger the prize. We'll give like a $3 million prize. Oh wow!
I think 50 is good.
Everyone puts in 50. Okay. We'll vote on that. We'll vote on. Oh, do you guys want to vote on that? That's a good motion. Okay. All right. Make the motion.
Any better?
Wayana, stand up. Stand up.
I'm Wayana. Anybody second my motion?
No, you motion. You have to Wayana motion that we put $50,000 from everybody's pay. 50,000 rupiah. That's when I leave. I get this motion passed and then I retire. Yes. No. 50,000. Okay. Wayana motion that we put $50,000 from every salary into the monthly Monday quiz.
Okay. I'm Wayana. What is that?
Motion that we
Motion that we put
put 50,000 rupiah from everyone's salary into a pot for the prize money on the Monday quiz.
Okay, you.
All right, I chair. Wait, I can't make a motion as a chairperson. Yeah. So,
I
okay.
second that. Okay.
Okay.
I only second that motion.
All right, the motion has been moved and seconded. So the motion now is we will put 50,000 from everybody's salary to a pot and hold a quiz once a month for the prize, right? So it's like a...
I do not agree.
Why? Who said they didn't agree?
No,
Rafik? It's your quiz.
no.
We try to help
My
you.
motion is I make motion so everybody who's doing the quiz must be put 50,000 on the jar.
Oh,
So
like
if
an
you're not
amendment.
doing,
Okay.
is you're not supposed to pay.
Oh.
Okay. So an amendment to the motion. Okay, so we have two motions now. All right. So Rafik has a motion that all attendees to the quiz will put 50,000 in the jar. I think. Okay, this is my thinking. You should go to the quiz, right? Because that's where your money is. So then, some people won't go to the quiz, and then if they don't go to the quiz, then they lose their money, right? Yeah.
They lose the chance, right?
Lose the chance. Okay, let's have the second motion also to be heard. So Rafik's motion is that whoever attends the quiz will put 50,000 in a jar. How will the Joker team put 50,000 in a jar? Good question, right? Okay, so the motion is that whoever shows up to the quiz will put 50,000 in a jar, and the winner will take the money in the jar. Is that correct, Rafik? Is that your motion?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do I have a second on Rafik's motion?
Second that motion.
Okay, Eggy seconds the motion. Okay, we got motion one. Wyatta's motion is that 50,000 will be removed from everybody's salary to go into the collective pot. The winner will take that. The second motion is from Rafik. The second motion is that 50,000 will go in from each participant who goes to the quiz, and the winner will collect that pot. All right, so the vote. All in favor of Wyatta's motion, please vote now in favor. 1, 2, 3. 3 votes, and then online, 4 votes for Wyatta's motion. Okay, that's 4. All in favor of Rafik's motion, please raise your hand. So Rafik's motion seems to pass. Okay, all right, there's 4 more votes. All right, the motion carries. Rafik, your motion carries. At the next quiz, 50,000 into the pot for each person. But we have to have a minimal attendance, okay?
Kasihan uangnya kalau nggak ikut.
Come to the quiz. Now, Rafik, nobody will go to your quiz.
No problem. I can take from my pocket.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
is it possible to Jogja team to join the quiz?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
But it's only possible if we deduct salary. Right?
Yeah,
If we take it.
so
Yeah.
it's like you got the turn, right? So
Okay, yes. Yes, JoJo will participate in the quiz too. That way it becomes all-inclusive,
Yes.
right? Instead of just like a volley tradition. Okay, very good. So, Lindley, please put that on. Mrs. Secretary, please put it
Yes.
on the projects that we will have a quiz.
Yep.
And participants put 50,000 into a pot for collective winner, for collective prize.
Tangy,
Yes, Rafik.
can you put Monday at 7 p.m. at BPSQ, the quiz?
Monday, 7 p.m. BP. What is BPSQ? Oh, okay, got it. Up here.
Okay.
It's cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Core value recognition. Oh, yeah. The event. Sorry, I'm going over time. The event this month. We went to the circus. It was awesome. It was very, very good. So I think we can organize for this Friday. They're here until August. So I think everybody who wants to see the circus can see it. There's no animals, just Mongolians. Mongolian? Maybe the same thing. Okay. Anyway. So it's pretty entertaining. It's very fun. I'm partially Mongolian, so I felt like very, very attached. It was very fun. And Wyatt can get you KTP Bali tickets, which are a very, very good value. Okay, so if you want to go, we're organizing a trip this weekend to go. If you want to go see the circus, please, Mr. Secretary, please put that the circus trip will be
Okay.
on the projects. And if you want to go, please put your name on this document. Okay, D1 has been recognized by Bayou and Tendi for helping others first and stepping on toes. Bayou would like to say, Bayou, please, what would you like to say?
I forget it to leave.
I'll read it. Okay, I'll read it. Bayou would like to recognize D1 for 2 points on the reservation conversion and helping the guests find what they need. D1 has multiple times shown the way. He replied to guest inquiry, answer that contains both values. Here's one example. How many minutes away are you from Seminyak? What are the places near here? Thank you. Hi, Marver. Answer. Hi, Marver. Thank you for your interest. Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. Hi, Marver. Thank you for your interest in this charming accommodation. We would surely be delighted to host your upcoming holiday here in our little paradise. Glad to inform that the room is available on your preferred traveling dates. Hereby, I send you the pre-approval. so that you can continue to the next steps of reservation. Our place is about 40 minutes from Seminyak. We're near Long Island Beach, only 5-minute walk. Regards, D1 and the Bukit Vista hospitality team. Thank you very much. Well done! Well done, D1. All right, well, let's get your face up here so we can see it. Yeah, gangsta. All right, Tembi says that D1 is also already an expert in his area, so he can manage the revenue, solve problems, and good relationships and put up and down. D1 can cover my beat as well as in Uluwatu without any assistance. D1 can step up and help covering night shift, and that's very helpful because there's not a lot of senior team that can cover night shift. Thank you very much, D1. Thank you very much, Bayu and Tendi.
Salute!
Salute, D1. Yes, very good for you. Okay, any other recognitions? Eggy, okay, already recognized. Alvin already recognized. Dominic already recognized. Diva already recognized. If you would like to recognize anybody, please put it on the recognition board, and that's great. We're still having.
I recognize myself.
Did Rafi say something? Would you like to recognize yourself? I would love to hear Rafi. What would you like to recognize yourself for?
What?
What would you like to recognize yourself for?
I'm handsome and awesome.
Does anybody second that? Does anyone second that?
I second that, man.
Second to throw that motion out.
Create a counter motion. Chris, create a counter motion. I counter motion. Remix.
I counter motion right away, no doubt.
Okay, is there a second on that counter motion?
I second.
All right. Please, if you have any recognition, please put it up on the board. We're still having our hospitality conference on November 11th to 12th. I need to create a website. I need some help from the content team to create a website so that we can host a hospitality meetup here in Bali. We still have some time, but anyways, if you're not too busy in content, please help. Content chapter lead is slowly developing, I think, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let's go around the room, see if there's any questions or anything. Diana, do you have any concerns that you'd like to bring up?
No.
Tell me.
Good.
Diva. Yes, Diva. Floor is yours.
If you're a host or a support or something that maybe you want to like duplicate the listing, please one, if you're going to request the content, if you're doing it by yourself, don't forget the split payment part because yeah, it will affect the kind of listing. If you're unable to do that, you can always contact request us to like do that part. Okay.
Very good. So to repeat that, if you're a host and you're making a listing, maybe just go by this. Before you publish, please just ping somebody on content for approval, right? And don't forget, if you want to do it yourself, please connect the payment options to you as well. That will make things great. Okay, great. And update the BVRR. But most importantly, just pass it back to content for one last check before you publish. Okay, very good. Eggy. Okay.
I think I want to add to that.
Yes.
So if you're doing content, you can just follow the document that content is created, and that has step by step, so you will not miss any step.
Okay.
That's even better.
Very good. I think that can go on as an SLA for hosts, so that if hosts want to help, and we are working on an internal open source project to get it so that everybody can contribute, but then we don't have all these mispositioned or misaligned things. Okay, very good.
Yes, sir. Just a personal announcement. So I'll take 4 days off in a row, and also 2 days off remote working, starting from Tuesday. But you guys don't have to worry because final support will be covered by Risky.
Okay. All right. Gigi's passing some delegation to Risky. Risky, do you accept? All right. Fantastic. Hey, no. This is a good point. You cannot accept the nomination, please. This is your power in the company is you're not accepting nominations, right? Meaning if somebody says, I appoint you to do this, you can go, fuck you. I'm doing this right now. And it truly is power, because one thing we noticed was that when people who are more senior assign something to somebody else, they always accept, and then after a certain point, they're overloaded, and then after a certain point, they quit. And we don't want that to happen anymore. So your power in the company, from stopping burnout, from getting weekends, think about all that good stuff that you like to do outside of work, and weigh that against accepting a nomination, okay? If you do wait and you say like, okay, that's worthwhile, I'll accept the nomination. If it's not, then suggest maybe that you have another discussion about it. Okay?
And maybe just one more for your information. So starting from this week, we both agree that no matter who's taking the day off, so what will cover each other.
Okay, so
there is no,
Risky is your proxy. You are a Risky's
so
proxy.
for example, Risky is taking the day off, then parent support tools still will be online with me. So there will be abandoned inquiry on our side as well. So that's
Very well said. Okay, thank you very much, Kiki. You're going to Singapore, yeah?
Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
And it was right. I told her, well, Kiki lied to you. You said it was going to Singapore. 'Cause I thought you were going to go talk to Joy. Okay, all right, all good. Hong Kong is a great place. Maybe you can meet Gordon.
Yeah, and also Jay and Ankit.
Yeah, meet Gordon, Jay, Ankit, and our friends in Hong Kong. Got a few more people you can meet. So, all right, fantastic. Let's go Risky. Risky, any updates?
No, sir.
Okay, Ivan, Dominic,
Okay.
Ma, Leon, Nungli,
How good?
Gani. Okay, let's go around the world. Rafik.
I'm going to Arab, sir.
Why are you
I
going
meet
to
Abib Risik.
Okay. I'm not sure how to deal with that. All right, let's go to Joja. Joja, starting from Rizal. Rizal, any updates? Okay, Chris.
Yes.
Chris,
Uh,
announcements.
yes, sir. Okay. So for all team who is in reservation and actively using Toolkit, I would to now trying to convert to Toolkit version 3. We have 19 days left until Toolkit is fully converted to version number 3. This is why. So when we doing the conversion to version 3, please do it daily so that if there's anything, any lag or any feedback or suggestions, we can just give to Toolkit right away so that when they completely launch this new version in 19 days, it's already complete with less amount of error or something.
Fantastic, Chris. Where should they put any questions that anybody has about Toki? Where's the best place to put that?
Oh, very simple. This the same in the right bottom corner. There is a red button that you can write chat with the customer support.
Okay, all right. I actually wanted to create a motion. I think if you have an issue with Toki, please put it on the observation table. That way, every issue then can be studied as a company together, and then we have a record of what the issues are and what the confusions are. This way, the other way is you get the question answered yourself, and then nobody knows, and then everyone asks the same question again tomorrow, and it gets kind of boring this way. So if you do have a question, my motion is please put it on the hospitality observations. The entire company can take a look at it, and then I think, Chris, I'd like to nominate you to then deal with Toki, get the answers, and then write it back. That way, each question improves overall company understanding rather than personal understanding. Do I get a second? Chris, do you accept the nomination?
I agree. Yes, I do.
Very good. Okay, all right. Do I have a second? Okay, a second and attending. We put it to a vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, unanimous. So, the new method for understanding Toki, if you have a question on Toki, go to the hospitality observations and improvement. Please say, on guest partner, say Toki, and say, I do not understand how this is done, and then tag Chris if you don't know what to do. If you know what to do, then just take the action and do it yourself. That way, later on, we'll look at all the Toki questions, and we can study it as a company together. Good? Yes, go ahead.
Shouldn't be that especially.
Okay, subcommittee talk for that particular thing. If you want to talk about it, we'll create a subcommittee, but that is the general practice for the moment. Okay? All right, great. Thank you, Chris. Let's